In this video, we'll be discussing the ways of citing to treaties. Although there are many types of treaties, the general information that you need to cite to a treaty remains the same. While there is some overlap, the information needed for the citation of a treaty varies depending on whether the treaty is between two parties or more than two parties. When the treaty is bilateral, you need the name of the agreement, abbreviated names of the parties to the agreement, date of the signing, and one U.S. treaty source. When the treaty is multilateral, you still need the name of the agreement, the date, and the U.S. treaty source, but you also need the subdivision cited and one international treaty source. You can also leave out the parties to the agreement. Remember that treaties can go by dozens of different names. The first time you cite to a treaty, be sure to use the full name, including the form, meaning whether it's a convention, treaty, protocol, or agreement, and so on, and the rest of the descriptive text. After you've given a full citation in your paper, you can use a hereinafter from the Bluebook Rule 4.2 to shorten the title to the common name the treaty goes by, or a shorter term of your choosing. You should always supply a date of signing when you cite to a treaty, but sometimes the date isn't clear-cut. If there was a window in which the treaty was signed, give the start date and end date. If there was no single date or easy range to cite to, use a date that was significant for the treaty, such as when it was open for signature or when it was ratified. Make sure to indicate this in your citation as shown in the example. If the date on which the treaty was entered into force is significant, you can add that parenthetically. Because the example here was published by an international organization, there is no U.S. treaty source in the citation. There is a hierarchy to which treaty sources you should cite to, depending on whether the U.S. is a party or not. Rule 21.4.5 lists them out. Treaty citation is among the easiest in the Bluebook when a treaty has already been signed and ratified. If a treaty is not yet in force or applicable to your legal situation, be sure to indicate that when you are writing your citation. Keep in mind that treaties in their formative stages have a lot of documentation surrounding them. If you locate information in one of these formative documents, such as a U.S. Department of State press release, you cite it following the rules for secondary sources.